And welcome back, everybody, to the Indonesia International Open, all the way from Jakarta. Our next match for today is a last 32 match. And what a fantastic matchup we have here coming up for you. We have the Black Tiger, Carlo Biado from the Philippines. He will be facing Yu and Su from Chinese Taipei, former US Open winner, former world champion, is up against the runner-up in the World 8 Ball last year in New Zealand, Yuan Su. Very looking forward to this match. And what an opening mistake there. Very surprised he scratched there. Was obviously trying to open up the two. Now we are playing best out of 3 sets, races to 4, a winner break. If we tie 3 each in the deciding set, we will go to a shootout. So first opportunity for Su. Used the ball in hand to open up the cluster right away. And now has a very difficult shot on the 4 to get to the 5 ball. Yeah, super difficult shot, honestly. Gotta say, quite brave to still take it on, but it was very missable. And no opening shot really for Biado. Does have a cross corner bank with shape on the 5, that's what he's called. Yeah, with the element of safe, of course. If you look at the cue ball, was always going to be near the short rail. If you miss the 4 ball short, it would land on the other short rail as well. So a little bit of a two-way. Worked out nicely. Won't be easy for Su to play defense on this. If you look at how much space there is near the center of the table, there's like such a big opening. Where are you going to play the cue ball to?
You have no more attention.
Yeah, mistake. Left the 4 ball open. Including a nice angle on the 4 ball. Quite speedy player, Carlo Biado. Blink and you might miss this match, so make sure to not run away from your phone, tablet, computer. Not sure what everybody's using to watch, but stay at least near. Yeah, nice stroke there on the 6, punching the cue ball off the rail.
10 corner. Red 1, Carlo.
And the 10 goes in to get the first game on the board for Carlo Biado. The Pinoy showing us what he's capable of. A little bit of a weird scratch on the opening shot after the break. There you go. This one scratched in the side. But a very difficult 4-ball being missed by Yuan Su. There you go.
One nil. Red 2, Carlo to break.
Now, big break. Nice cue ball control as well, but failing to make a ball on the break. And a nice chance for Su to get going in this match. The only thing he might not like is where the 9 ball has landed so close near the side pocket point, and well, he has missed that 4 ball in the last rack, which was laying a little bit similar, so he might be a little bit traumatized still from that miss.
Two side. Attention call.
Yeah, can you imagine? Not so great start for Su. Didn't make at least a good contact with the 2 ball. Got it safe. Hit the bottom side of the 2. Was trying to get some separation. He has done a good job, but surely won't feel too great because he had a chance to run out there.
10 seconds. 4-1. Ball in hand.
Yeah, almost pocketed the 7 in the top right corner, but in the meantime the cue ball floated in the top left corner. So another chance for the man from Chinese Taipei.
Three side. Four side. Five side.
Now let's see what he's planning to do with the 9. Does he have the chance to leave himself an angle on the 6 to nudge the 9 over the corner and still be on the 7? That was my original idea, but He's straighter on the 6 ball than I was expecting him to put. So won't be nudging the 9. Curious to see what his plan is.
Third corner. Eight corner.
So key shot coming up here. Quite straight on the 8 as well. Might have to draw all the way back to the top short rail. Low left spin. No, he chose to go forward, so he feels like this 9 ball should be fine. Now, if he catches a side pocket point, he might not get on the 10. And it's always such awkward aiming too.
Side.
Well, can't complain. Quite decent cross side bank on the 10, but surely missable. Yeah, nice queuing, nice shot there from Yuan Su. Cross side bank to level the score 1 each. So that means now both players can get going. They have some feel for the table. First game is on the board, so they can get a little bit more comfortable, settle down. Are we going to see another upset in this tournament? Because quite a lot of tournament favorites are out. For example, Jose Alberto Delgado. He dropped out of the tournament in the last 64. Dennis Grabe lost to Brian Seguiped from Philippines in the last 64. Jeffrey DeLuna is out. Yeah. Always interesting, especially in this format. I'm not saying the lesser player has a bigger chance to make an upset. But in the end, it is shorter races. And if someone plays real good on you, yeah, sure, you can lose. A little bit less time to make a comeback, but that's why it's so exciting to watch.
Leo.
Yeah, 7 ball around the table makes a 7. A little bit of a cut. As you can see, cue ball tracking towards the side, so a little bit half hit. But he does have a shot after the break, though. This 1 ball is available and can run the cue ball 2 rails on the 2.
1 corner.
I missed opportunity. Chose to play with low left for the cue ball, but it was quite speedy and just barely missed it.
10 seconds.
Did he leave the cut on for Carlo? Or did he just call it just in case?
Hello, no more tension.
No, he did have the cut. Just overran the cue ball slightly. Not saying he doesn't have the cut, but surely missable. Especially if you have to put a little bit of outside spin on there. That's where this can get super tricky. That's why he didn't even bother. I do like this. Just stay in control.
Two corner.
Got the safety.
Ten second.
Wow, what a shot from Yuan Su. Two rail escape. And then sticked the cue ball.
Two corner.
Stuck the cue ball behind the 8. Excellent shot there.
Two corner.
So
Three corner.
a new chance earned for Yuan Su. Played a brilliant kick shot to rehook Biado. And now in prime shape.
10 second.
Think if Su can win the first set, he could put a lot of pressure on Biado. If he loses the first set, in my opinion, Biado is quite the front runner. Whenever he takes the lead, he gets more comfortable. So if he wins the first set, he's probably going to lose more. And
10 second.
I think that's where he gets very dangerous.
Tension call. You have no more tension. Five corner. Six corner.
Yeah, starting to get comfortable, this young man.
Corner.
Missed the run out in the opening rack, but now starting to look sharp. Like I mentioned, a runner-up in the World 8-Ball Championship,
Corner.
losing to Joshua Filler in the final. But definitely had a great week. And why could this be? Why could this
Corner.
not be another great week for this young man?
Red three. Good.
He runs out, takes the lead, 2-1 in this race to 4 opening set. Yuan Su.
2-1. Break 4. You want to break?
Breaking from the side rail in this fourth rack. Yuan Su looking to make the one in the center. Did
Legal.
cut the break a little bit too much to make the one. But he does make the 8. And look at how nicely the one ball dressed up over the corner. Yeah, let's see. Is there any trouble on the table? Maybe the shape on the 2 could be tough. Because the 7 is quite in the way to get to the 2 ball. Could
One
also
corner.
play the short side of the 2. No, he was just fine. Just took a little bit more time to make sure he would not run into the 7, and he didn't. So now I would say if he can get a little bit straighter on the 3 ball, not too big of an angle,
2 corner.
he would be in a commanding position to get this set on the hill first. If he leaves himself too much angle, he could have one of those angles where he would have to run into the 9, and that's where things can get ugly. But he's left himself a nice angle running the other way. Yeah, both quite speedy. Yuan Su maybe a little bit more methodical, but
Four
glad to
corner.
see that he has a nice pace around the table, a nice quick step. Makes it so much better to watch in general. Now, I have nothing against slower players
10
because
seconds.
obviously you got to do what works for you. But to watch pool, I would always say the faster players are more entertaining.
5 corner. Six corner. Seven corner.
Yeah, hint of inside spin running towards the 9. Basically, any angle on the 9 would work.
9 corner.
See, he did land straight, so even if he draws back where he is now, that would give him a cut on the 10. Could try to run closer, but just got to make sure you don't overdraw yourself here. That's the worst thing that can happen.
10 corner. Break 4. You are.
So it is Yuan Su who breaks and runs the 4th rack. And he puts himself on the hill first against the Black Tiger, Carlo Biado. Gotta say, I think it was quite the textbook run out. Nice control, never really any doubt for him to not run out. Maybe on the 4 ball, that's where he had to do a little bit more work, but he handled it very nicely.
Break
So
5.
now breaking
3-1 to break.
to win the first set. Yu and Su.
Right break.
Well, last call for Biado. But definitely a messy layout. Dry break from Su. Left shape on the 1 for Biado, but as you could see, the 3 ball pretty much locked up. Well, the 3-5-7, the cluster 3-5-7-9, just not ideal. Can use the 3 ball to open up the 5, but then you might not land on the 4. Oh well, you got to start with the 1 ball first. What has he done there? He's hooked himself right away behind the 6. No future on the 2 as well.
Eight corner. 10 seconds.
Oh, probably just soft into the 2. No. More pace. And he does get the result. Might not be the full hook. Biado might be able to still thin the 2 ball and bring the cue ball 2-3 rails behind the 5 to the right side of the 5-7-9.
2 side.
Oh, he even took the cut on. Didn't think he had that much of the 2. And opening up that cluster has not worked out so great. Has to play safe on the 3 ball. No future
10 seconds.
again. I mean, it's not like Biado is doing something odd. Like he tried to play a positive shot on the 2, and things are just not opening up like he really wants them to do.
3 corner. Extension cord. Part 1. One hand.
Yeah, that was a super difficult jump. I had to
2-1 no
land
more
so
extension.
late. So now the rack has opened up, but the 6 in a pretty much funny position. Not sure how he's gonna get from the 6 to the 7. Now the beginning is not too tough because the 3, 4, 5 they connect easily, but there's no 6-9 combination, so he has to pocket the 6 to the bottom left and leave himself an angle on it to where he doesn't have to run into the 10. That is quite challenging. Well, can he still go forward? Maybe, yeah, forward, top right spin. He put himself nice and straight enough on the 6. That was an excellent shot from Biado to get the shape on the 7.
Hand corner. Red white color.
Yeah, so nice run out after a mistake on the jump from Sue. The Black Tiger now trailing 3-2 in the opening set of the last 32. This is a single elimination match. Yeah, quite some tactical play in this rack. Balls laying in a pretty difficult position over and over.
Two, three. Red 6 color to break. Legal.
Yeah, definitely legal. Made plenty of balls on the break. The 1 in the side, the 9 in the corner. But did he get something decent on the 2? I do think he has the shot to the corner. No, he doesn't. So another safety, and that's the little bit of luck you gotta have as well. Played it nicely though. Probably a 2-rail escape needed from Sue.
Ten second. Extension cord. Two corner.
Oh, great shot there. Another
No more
great
extension.
escape from Yuan Su. Not the first one this match. Excellent 2-rail escape.
Ten second. Three corner. Ten second. Two corner. Ten second.
Wow, what an aggressive shot he's played there. That could be possibly a set winner. Did that 4-ball land to go to the bottom left corner in that view? That's the question.
10 seconds.
Yeah, clever shot to play
Attention call.
the safety on the 4.
Fourth
Just
side.
gotta make sure you stay in control. Gotta say, safety could have been slightly better though. Oh, nice.
Hello, no more
Masse
extension.
around the 6. Look at the shape as well. Oh, that would be a big steal if he runs out here. This is to get hill.
7 side.
Yeah, very exciting first set so far. It's all about the small margins. So now going 3 each.
10 corner. Rexik Carlo.
Yeah, quite some tactical exchanges in this match. That's 10 ball also, you know, sometimes you break the balls, you make 1, 2, 3 balls and they are just spread so nicely wide and open. And then sometimes they just cluster up all the time to where you kind of have to play safe over and over. So now 1 rack. It's all about
Biado.
this break.
Break 7. Carlo to break. Legal break. One corner.
Yeah, that cue ball at the edge of the pocket. That was probably nerve-wracking. Wow, 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 wow. He went very aggressive there to go all in on it. He did get super close, but you always see this. Someone that goes for that extremely difficult shot, they don't make it. And now look at what Biado gets. It's like, yeah, I mean, this is so much easier from this position.
10
That
seconds.
could be the difference in this match. Now, is there
10
anything
seconds. Extension
very
call.
tough? If he draws the cue ball to the left of the 5, he has natural angle on the 4 to go 2 rails to the 5 ball. I do think the 6 might not go to any corner on the left side of the table, so that could be tricky.
Color no more extension.
He did go forward on the 4.
Four corner. Ten seconds.
Oh dear. Wow. Just wow. How has he missed that 4?
Four corner. Extension call. You have no more extension. Five corner.
Yeah, both players have used their extension. Yuan Su, lucky to be back at the table, in my opinion. Carlo had everything in his own hands to close out his first opening set. And now we are going to find out if the 6 does go to the bottom left. I think it does, which makes this opportunity so much better.
Six corner. Seven corner. Ten seconds.
Yeah, he's got prime shape.
Corner. Nine corner.
Yeah, 2 balls away from winning the opening set in this match, last 32 single elimination stage.
10
Was
corner.
up 3-1 in this set. Biado climbed back all the way 3 each to then miss that 4 ball. And the rest
Set 1.
The rest is history. Yuan Su wins the first set 4-3. Yeah, close try on the 1 ball. I gotta say, Biado definitely had a great opportunity there to close out the first set, and he just didn't. Now I'm wondering, is that pressure or was it just a difficult shot? He just barely hung. So it was Yuan Su who broke off in the first set. That means Biado gets the first break in the second set. Will have to play a strong set if he still wants to make a chance to make it to the last 16.
Yeah. What? No. Only to the bed of 3. Set 2, rack 1. Carlo to break. Right break.
Yeah, things not looking too great for Biado. Now a dry break. Did leave a little bit of a cluster with the 4-10. The pink 4, the purple 4, excuse me,
1 corner.
does not go to either corner, I feel like. Now, if he gets to the center of the table or maybe near where he is now, he could have an angle to run into the 410 to develop something.
2 corner. Second. 3 corner. Four corner. Five corner.
Well, he did manage to get the 4 to the bottom left. So that means Su is on his way to take the first rack in the second set. Like I mentioned, last set, are we going to see another shocking defeat in this tournament? Quite a lot of names dropping out already.
You have no more attention. 6 corner.
Also, another name to add to the list of players that are out of the tournament is Anton Raga. The Dragon really struggled this tournament. Oh, ay. That is a pretty big mistake.
7 side.
He's
10
going
seconds.
2 rails, trying to push the 7 to the left of the 9. Oh, yes, left the shot on for Carlo. The only thing I'm wondering, does the cue ball get close to the
7
bottom
side.
left corner? Is the scratch close by any means, or is he able to stay away from the scratch?
Ten seconds.
Yeah, he had to play that kind of pace to make sure cue ball wouldn't get too close to the corner. He's just barely
left
okay on
corner.
the 8. It's another long one though. Excellent cueing there on the 8. What a beautiful stroke.
Ten side. Set 1 Carlo. Red 1 Carlo.
So first rack goes to Carlo Biado after an unforced error from Yuan Su. Hooked himself on the 7 ball.
One nil. Red 2. Carlo to break. Legal.
Oh, nice, powerful break. Then again, nice action on the balls. Makes 1, but no future again on the 1 ball. So back to safety land. Trying to double up the 1 ball. I have 2 balls in between to take away the jump. And I think this will be difficult to hit. The 6 ball protects him going over the left long rail. The jump is not so much available. I'm
4
not sure if
corner.
he can go directly over the short rail. A little bit of a
10
position here.
seconds.
Maybe a
Expansion
jump
point.
kick or tough position to be in for Yuan Su.
One corner. 10 seconds.
Wow,
No more attention.
that is crazy. Can you imagine what Carlo must be feeling after seeing that? Still, Yuan Su basically surviving. Was a great safety from
10
Carlo, but
seconds.
apparently not strong enough. Carlo is called the bank. Oh, how well has he hit that? He's on the 2. What a pure stroke that was. Perfect stop shot actually on the cue ball as well. Hit it so smooth. He's on the 2. Like I said, has to play a strong set to get this match close at least. Yeah, not that many tricky positions. Just got to make sure he gets back far enough to have a natural angle on the 7 to drop down table for the 8. Did he get enough? That's the question. Upright spin. Don't think he could have crossed over any more. This was the maximum he could get. A little bit more cut on the 8, so has to kill the cue ball a bit. Low right spin. Yeah, a little bit of a different Biado than we've seen in the first set. First set, he struggled quite a bit and also had to play a lot of safeties while opening clusters and after the break. Starting to hit a little gear. The Black Tiger now 2-0 up. We might be in for another very close match on the TV table.
Two nil. Break 3. Các lô to break. Right break.
Yeah, try break. And if you look at how this worked out, Yuan Su, he has such a great shot here to play. Could play the cue ball in between the 9 and the long rail. Stick it with the 9. Could also play thin over the 1 ball and create more distance. Possibly a cue ball behind the 10. So he does have options. I do like the option behind the 9 ball though. The 1 into the 2, it stays there, and then stick the cue ball behind the 9. This is a little bit more speed sensitive. Well, could have been worse for Carlo. Yeah, good shot. Pretty high percentage, but
One side.
you always still have to deliver. And this is a 1 rail kick straight into. No, he's going for. Is he going 2 or 3 rails? When 3 rails, called the 1 ball in the side. A little bit of overcut there. And a shot on the 1 for Biado. This is another open layout. So we could see Biado 3-0 up in this second set. That would mean we might go to a third and deciding set. Well, needs a bit of an angle on the 7. Nicely done. Not too big of an angle and not too straight. It's just perfect. We'll stun off the rail. The 9 probably in the bottom left corner. Don't really see any point in drawing the cue ball to play the 9 in the same corner.
Ten corner. Red 3. Carlo.
Yeah, another speedy run out from Biado puts him on the hill in the second set. So the odds are pretty much in his favor for this set, and we might go to a deciding one. Yeah, Su did play a solid first set. Biado struggled a bit there, but now this set overall, I think Biado has been stepping up his game a bit.
Three nil. Break 4. Carlo to break. Right break.
Did he take away the kick shot over the right long rail? That's the question.
One, right corner.
Yeah, the easy hit was definitely still available for Carlo, but in the end, it does give Sue something on the one ball. Nice safety to be played there, and this one will be way more difficult to hit. Not that many outs. Don't think he has a one railer unless he goes over the bottom short rail, which is a pretty blind kick. It's difficult kicking towards a direction where you cannot see the object ball you're trying to hit.
10 seconds. Extension cord. One corner. Carlo, no more extension.
Oh wow, did he just, gotta say, a little bit unfortunate for Sue to leave that escape on. Means he just slightly hit the safety off. But he has another chance here to bring the cue ball up with the 6. Did not get the cue ball near the 6, but the 1 is pretty much safe behind 3 balls.
One side. 10 seconds.
Oh, had called the one in the side. Did not get the cue ball safe. And now a shot on the 1 ball again for Sue. This time, 2 ball pretty much available.
One side. Ten seconds. Extension cord.
So now I would say key shot here, unless he opts to play a safety behind the 7 on the 3 ball and just stay
10
patient.
seconds. You are no more extension. Six. Three corner.
Well, for a second I thought the 7 might be a little bit in the way, but as you could see, he was on the 3 ball. So now a possible comeback in the making for this young man from Chinese Taipei. Still a long way to go, but if he runs this out and maybe 1 or 2 breaker runs, could turn up the heat on Biado.
5 corner. Six corner. Seven corner. Eight corner. Nine corner.
Yeah, managed very nicely through the rack. Perfect shapes. Straight in on the 10, so he is going to close the gap a little bit.
Red force, you are.
As you can see, a referee wearing the Predator gloves, tracking the balls with the Predator arrow rack. So the balls are hand racked, which gives completely different results on the break than the template, the magic racks.
1, 3,
Now,
red
I
5.
gotta say,
You are to break.
the results on the break are different, but also it makes the game less predictable, which I'm a big fan of. Otherwise, you get to see so many similar runouts in general.
Right break.
So, dry break. Is this the opportunity for Biado to close out second set? Look at the shape he has to play on the 2 ball. Oh, wow. I think he's played a really good shot there. Just looks like he's got a small angle if he moves forward, a small angle towards the 9. So might have to go into the long rail. He's even playing more draw, I feel like.
10 seconds.
Wow, really punched it with all he had. It's
3
not
corner.
ideal, would have liked to be further, but already did a great job getting to where he is now.
Ten seconds.
Well, prime shape. But that 9 ball, we've seen that before. Sue struggled twice with a 9 ball similar to that position, pretty near the side pocket point. Now it's Biado who has to solve that, and definitely could go wrong there. Yeah, a little bit of over angle on the 6. Try to run forward on the 10. Now, is he opting to maybe run softly into the 9 and still have the 8? No. He used the 10 to stop the speed of the cue ball. I'm very curious to see what he's playing on the 9. If he leaves himself straight on the long rail, he's okay. Because he needs a stop shot and he should be fine to be on the 10. But I'm just not a very big fan of this 9 ball. Oh, yeah, was trying to get to the right side of the 9. Look at this. He landed perfectly straight on the 9. That is super fortunate. The odds of that happening are so low to where he landed perfect. The side pocket point doesn't come into play now. Wow, what a roll on the 8.
Set to Carlo. Come out. 7 minutes.
Yeah, so that means the second set goes to Carlo Biado. And we are now in for the deciding set. That was an unbelievable roll actually on the 8. Landing perfectly straight on the 9 using the side pocket point. That was not his intention. As you can see, the players have went for a little timeout, so I'm gonna take a little break as well. But I'll be right back with the remainder of this match, the final deciding set in the last 32.
Ready? Match continue. Juan to break.
And welcome back to the Indonesia International Open. Last 32 single elimination match between Yuan Su and Carlo Biado. This is the deciding set. We're tied at 1 in sets. And this is the first rack. Great break actually from Su. Perfect square hit. Makes the 1 in the side. Everything you would ask for. But as you can see, 10 ball right in between and no shot on the 2. So push out called. Yeah, it's not going to be too happy with that result. I do believe he called it too thick, was trying to get the 10 ball in between. Nothing aggressive on for Su, but could definitely play strong safety on this 2 ball.
10 seconds. Two corner. Two corner. Ten seconds.
Yeah, nice back and forth. Oh,
Forward. Ball in
oh,
hand.
wow. Yeah, definitely was trying to catch this side of the ball to create the distance. They really like the way he's played it, just slightly too thin, causing the cue ball to go into the corner. And obviously, with Carlo winning the second set, all the momentum is with him
10
now.
seconds.
So Su could be in for early trouble if Carlo runs out here. Possibly another breaker run.
Yeah, making quick work of this rack so far. Just little bits of traveling, nothing too crazy. Just gotta make sure he stays on the good side of the ball.
Ten corner. Break one, Carlo.
Yeah, so the opening rack in this deciding set does go to Biado after this scratch here from Sue. A little bit unlucky, I feel like. But, well, he had it in his own hands there. As you see, in general, balls laying pretty nicely for Biado to run out. Obviously, still had to connect the dots there, but I think everybody knows by now how capable Carlo Biado is. So, yeah, in these open positions, I would never expect myself to get back to the table.
One nil. Break two. Carlo to break. Right break.
Yeah, what a grind this match is. Momentum in general has not been sticking with someone for maybe more than 2-3 games. So it's quite back and forth. On the other side, though, Carlo did have a chance still to steal the first set from Sue, but missed the 4-ball on Hill Hill.
10 seconds.
Oh, I have a feeling Carlo is not going to give this one back because you can skim off the 1, bring the cue ball to the top side of the 7-ball. You might even be able to hold the 1 behind the 8 as well, underneath the 8. So a little bit of a
10
two-way.
seconds.
He's looking at playing something else. Is he looking for more distance with the cue ball? Yes, that's what he was looking at. He's played this very well. Not only did the 1 ball stay behind the 6, but also his cue ball frozen to the rail. 2 balls in between, I believe so.
Ten seconds. Attention call. One corner. 10 seconds. Foul one. Ball in hand.
Wow, super tough option. I mean,
You have no more
I
attention.
understand he didn't really have too many options, but to kick and he needed more left spin on the ball there. That was super tough. It was a strong safety shot from Biado though. And a chance to extend his lead to 2-0. And breaking, you never know what happens on the break. Maybe you make 2-3 balls and it lays wide open. So let's start with this run out first, I would say. Main key shot, I would say, is to get from the 3 to the 4. 4 ball, not that many options to get the shape. The 9 is playing a big role if you play the short side of the 9. And the 5 is in the way if you play the 4 in the top left corner in that view. So
Ten seconds.
well, is managed nicely. Has really stepped up his game compared to how he started off this match, especially the beginning of the first set. He made a couple mistakes. Sue played well, but Biado did make a couple mistakes. And he's now basically recovering for a bad start.
Ten corner.
Yeah, straight in on the 10.
Break two. Hello.
Yeah, played a very strong safety shot where he got the ball in hand from. Ran out, is now up 2-0, 2 games away from the last 16. This is the last 32 single elimination round.
Two nil. Break three. Close to break. Right break.
Yeah, interesting. The fact that I just did the commentary on a women's match, and there actually they made more balls on the break than between these two players in this match. I'm just wondering, is it a different kind of stroke, different kind of hit on the balls, different speed? I would not know what the difference is,
One corner.
but it does make this match quite a bit of a grind for both of them.
Two side.
Yeah, quite
10 seconds.
a mistake again, actually. Should have made sure he always had something, at least an open look at the 2-ball. Now this is another mistake. I think he's quite straight on the 2-ball, Biado. And it was all about the 2 and the 3. So basically, Su trying to go aggressive and open the 2-3 up can really cost him the match.
10 seconds.
Well, Biado still needs 2 games, so it's not instantly losing the match. Oh, that was a little bit of body movement there. You could see the second he struck the ball, he was already trying to steer the cue ball.
2 corner.
So left Su a little bit off the hook there.
Attention call.
Still has to make the jump and get something on the 3-ball, which super difficult to do.
Leo. You have no
He
more.
has
advantage.
made the 2, but he needs another one. Can keep the short cue.
3 corner.
Another airborne.
Forward.
Oh no. Not just had he missed the jump, he also scratched. That could be a fatal blow for this young man from Chinese Taipei. Yeah, still a little bit of work to do, not exactly on the 5-6, but to leave yourself an angle from the 7 to go back to the right on the 8, and then to cross over from the 8 to the 9, because the 9 does not go to the corner in the top left corner, blocked by the 10. So now it's going to run pretty deep around the angles, 3 rails, shape to get to the 7. Did he land straight? Did he get some angle on the 8? What did he get there? This is crucial. Yeah, he's managing really well. That's what I'm saying. In general, I think he really stepped up his game. Now, bump on the 10, pushing it over the corner. He's going to get on the double hill. He's going to get to break for the match. Carlo Biado, 1 foot in the last 16. Can he cross the line? Can he get over the finish line here in this match?
Three nil. Break 4. Carlo to break.
Now this is for the match. Does he make a ball on the break? No. The only good news for Biado is that 2-ball looks like it stayed clustered up.
Right break.
Is there a 210 combination available? Or does Sue have no future from 1 to 2?
One corner. Six corner. Ten seconds.
Well, he looks to be very sure about this. Yeah, the 2-6 combination was on, so this is an opportunity.
Two corner.
Last call, he has to get this done here. Any more mistakes means the end of his tournament.
Three corner. Four corner. Five side. Seven
Yeah, just got to
corner.
make sure he has a slight angle on the 8 to still be able to get off the rail for the 9. Kind of interesting how often a ball has stopped right where the 8 is, near that side pocket point. But this time
Eight corner.
he's nearby. He does have a slight angle. He could draw back to play the 9 in the side or stun the cue ball off the rail. He has options.
Nice side. Ten corner. Break four. You are.
So it is Yuan Su. He pulls one back. Still trailing 3-1. Needs 3 more racks to save himself. Not the greatest of starts in this deciding set, this young man.
One, three. Break five. You have to break.
So let's see what he can do on the break.
Legal.
Oh, okay. Makes the 1. Not sure if it's coincidence, but the 2 ball stayed with the 10 again. For a second, I thought he might have lost the cue ball and scratched, but didn't. Long 2 ball, and if you look at the 3, oh, I was going to say, if you look at the 3, it doesn't really make any sense pocketing the 2 ball because the cue ball was always going to be far and difficult on the 3. If you look at the combination 3-8 is really not that nice and straight. So good choice to overcut the 2 and play safe. Just bad news is did not get the safety. But it was all right. Carlo hit that safety a little bit too thick. But like I mentioned, Su still has to do something with the 3-8, and that is going to be key shot for this rack.
10 seconds. Extension cord. You have no more extension.
Yeah, look at how off angle he is on this 3-8. I cannot imagine him shooting the 3-8 from here. Super difficult. So he's playing a safety behind the 8. I do like this. Could have done slightly better though. I mean, sure, he got the save, but if you freeze the cue ball on the 8, Carlo won't be able to
3 corner.
go 1 or 2 rails and possibly make the 3 and run out. You know, once in a while it happens, and how often have we seen these Pinoy players actually get that done. Or catch a little roll. This is exactly what I meant. Just because Sue left a little bit of space in between the cue ball and the 8.
3 left corner.
Now,
10 seconds.
with Carlo kicking the 3, look at where he has moved the 9 ball to. That 4 ball doesn't go anymore. So to get a shot on the 3 ball is not as nice as it was before. That's why he's trying to get the ball in hand, maybe to play the 3 off the 4 in the corner to open it up and bring the cue ball up table. It's basically a battle to who gets the first ball in hand, and this might be one of those shots actually. Carlo might opt to shoot the 3 off the 4 in the corner.
3 corner.
I mean, how often are you shooting this ball to the corner where you're not trying to hit the 4 and then by accident you do it? So basically you copy that kind of thought, I would say. Just key shot. If he makes this and he still gets the shape on the 4, he's ready to take over the match. Yeah, there it is. Does he get on the 4? Does he get on the 4? It's close, but he doesn't look too disappointed. So I would say he is on the 4 ball and thus playing for the match. Place in the last 16 is waiting for him, but still some traveling to do from the 8 to the 9 and then back down table from 9 to 10. And where there's cue ball movement, there's risk. The more you move the cue ball around, the higher the chances that something can go wrong. Even though this kind of situation, we've all played this kind of shot over and over so many times, but it doesn't mean it always goes right. Let's see how nicely he lands on the 9 ball. As long as the cue ball is off the rail. Yeah, it is off the rail. So one more good shot. Probably low left, 2 rails towards the 10.
10 corner.
On this 10, to get to the last 16, Yuan Su will be out. He will have to try again in the mixed doubles tournament starting tomorrow, because it is Carlo Biado, the black tiger, advancing through to the last 16 in a